I am ashamed to own a Nazi car. I bought it before I knew Elon is a Hitler. Now in Germany, people have a new name for the great Tesla cars, a fascist car. Germany should shut down the Tesla factory. There's no place for Elon Musk in Europe. Now Misty Star tells us, the craziest part about it all is that some people still believe that he's some kind of misunderstood genius and not some attention-seeking extremist with a fragile ego. Well, looks like Elon sure is getting some love lately. So when Tesla reached out to me, I thought, perfect timing, I'll take it. Now, the guy reinvented electric cars. He changed the distribution model as we know it. He told the dealers to get stuffed, made it work, and in fact, last year he sold more cars than Audi. Now, think about it. He's not going to be some chill dude. He is mad. He always was. But to call him a Hitler, come on. That's pushing it. Now, this is the very first Tesla on my channel. And as much as I love what Elon has done to the industry, I was never that fast about the cars. Then again, 460 horsepower, not a bad looking car. Let's keep an open mind and let's hope it is not going to be a test to verify that I in fact do not like it.
1, 2, 3.
Musky Boy says that this car will do 0 to 100 in 3.1 seconds. I'm going to double check because he might refer to the truck mode. I'm going to launch it in sport mode. I don't think there's any special procedure, so just start and play. Off she goes. You quick little bugger. And just like that, lightning speed. Well, business as usual. No slowing Elon down. Stuff Elon. No slowing Anna down. I am 3.39. It's bloody brilliant. I mean, it's quick and just so smooth. Impressed. Now the back seat, I've got plenty of knee room. Headroom is okay. Middle seat is pretty good because the floor here is completely flat. Now that we're here, I want to talk about the brakes. Now, these are not ceramic brakes. This car is very powerful and I feel you do need ceramic brakes because these are probably not good enough. They will cost you additional 10 grand. Sorry. The cabin gives you this airy, breezy feel. With a low dash, you've got a really good view out. In fact, it looks and feels a bit like a fish tank. The quality of the materials, well, at first glance, it's looking pretty good, but because it's all plastic, once you get closer and the lights are bright, things might not be so perfect. But blimey, for £60,000, it's still a very good value for money. This gorgeous cherry paint color though is additional 2,000, pushing it a little bit, but I still think it's worth it and I think there should be more colors to select from.
He got these yellow brown eyes and a smile on his face when he tells me he wants me.
Most of the stuff you control through the touch screen. You still have some shortcut buttons on your steering wheel, like the volume control, button for your wiper, buttons as your indicators, which I think is counterintuitive and I don't like it. The gear lever is on your screen. It takes a bit of time to get your head around it, and if you don't like it, you also have a gear lever on your ceiling. I don't know, maybe it's a reference to SpaceX. The system is a bit like dating Elon. It looks good, but there's just something awkward about it. And deep down you know it's a genius, but boy oh boy, it takes tears and sweat to get there, let alone appreciate it.
I mess it up a little later on, but just for now I keep dancing.
So with the upgraded model we get adaptive dampers, which means greater comfort. And it is pretty comfy, but you will still feel some bumps and imperfections. So it's not as silky and peachy like the BMW i5, for example. But then again, it's a car that costs nearly twice as much. Here it is very quiet, smooth and relaxing to drive. That is, of course, if you can relax, knowing just how much horsepower you've got. So let's hit it. Oh God almighty, it is a mad cookie. Let's do it again. Just pulls you in your seat. As you can see, it's very, very relaxing. The acceleration is absolutely brilliant. I must admit, handling is what I'm most surprised about, because this car used to handle like an absolute pig. But with the improved suspension, the tables have turned. And on a twisty road, it stays quite flat and very composed for nearly 2 tons. You can play with the steering settings, so light, standard, heavy. But when you're in track mode, you can also play with the handling balance. And if you flick it to oversteer, it feels like the 460 horsepower goes to your ass. Funny, just realized what I said there. Oh dear. I mean, it feels like rear-wheel drive.
Brown eyes and the smile at this point got the air feeling vibrant.
But it is not all rosy, Elon. The assistance systems can sometimes drive you mad. The bleeping, the beeping, the alerts can be very pronounced, especially when you drive in town, where you have a lot of people and other cars around you. That's because you're surrounded by cameras. And even though they mean well, the reality can be a little bit more challenging. And it does take a bit of time to get your head around it. And you've got to spend some time ensuring that you've got the right stuff activated and other stuff deactivated. The declared range is 530 kilometers, 330 miles. I've been driving mainly on the motorway. It is still winter time. I've been launching it repeatedly and displaying what one could describe as a rather aggressive behavior. And I'm getting 400 kilometers, 250 miles. This is absolutely astonishing. If you're using a rapid charger, this car will take 250 kilowatts, which means from 10% to 80% in what, about 15 minutes? If you've got access to Tesla superchargers like I do, this is absolutely brilliant. You drive, plug in and pump. No nonsense card scanning, no 10 different apps. And honestly, all of this puts most, if not all, other car manufacturers to shame. Is Elon a genius, or are we perhaps dealing with the lack of ambition, drive and general effort? Without shadow of a doubt, if you're looking for an electric car, this is one of the best candidates. It's not a driver's car, it's a device, like all EVs are. And what do we want from EVs? Solid range, fast charging, and decent driving dynamics. This is probably as good as it gets for this price tag. And if you're an electro head, you'll love the insane performance. The thrill and the excitement of speed. I must admit, I have enjoyed this car a lot more than I thought I would. Probably because they've rectified the driving dynamics. Now, that is not to say I wouldn't enjoy a juicy V12 more, but I do like what Elon has done with the industry. I appreciate it. And as for politics, well, the eyes are useless when the mind is blind. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!